But, you know, maybe I'll see what Jesus Creep has been up to and, you know, poke some at him. And let's see, what else is there to say? Yeah, so the next thing, I'll do the gray text video next, hopefully, and just get to some of this important shit, you know, because this is important, and it's the human race has to get disgusted and irritated. And gray text is going to keep saying that, oh, you know, you can't bludgeon the human race with reality or some objective or absolute truth. Because you're hurting them. Well, maybe there's going to have to be some short-term pain for long-term gain. I mean, that's how the world works. And the reason why we're in such a shitty mess is because every generation keeps putting off the obligation to some other generation. I mean, we never paid for World War II. I mean, this doesn't work. And so maybe some generation's going to have to eat the shit pill and, you know, accept taking on the burden of figuring out that life is bullshit. It needs to be perfected to be worth perpetuating. I mean, you can't perpetuate it in this broken, stupid form. You have to transform it into something reasonable, something an intelligence can find meaningful and useful, because it's not the form it's in now. It's still in its crude, natural form. There's way too much wasted suffering and harm and pain, and it's just a fact. And it's a fact the human race has got to deal with. And they're not going to deal with it by ignoring the fact. How could they possibly deal with it if they just pretend it doesn't exist? And they keep saying, well, it's not a real truth. It's just an idea that, you know, fuzzy-headed guy has. I mean, that's just bullshit. So anyway, I'm probably over 10 minutes, so then it'll be a part 2, so I guess it's not really going to be a sandwich. It'll be like 3 or 4 layers, and I don't know, but whatever. So more what the fuck coming. This will be the bologna, and then I'll put a piece of cheese, and then it'll be the other side of bread. It'll be the other side of the other guy's what the fuck. And then, you know, maybe the anti-bullshit man could put a tomato on top or something later in the week. So anyway, I don't know, whatever. That's one way to metaphorize it. But yeah, it's not very sexy. I probably should have done something like a lesbian in between two lesbians and, well, you know, I mean, I probably should have made the sandwich out of something more interesting than bologna and tomatoes. But anyway, I'm babbling again. I was doing this, I couldn't even get out of Stickham last night. It took me like a half an hour to say goodbye in Stickham last night. Because it was like, there was all these people in there, and they're all docked, and we're conversating, and everything. But I was tired, but I couldn't even transition my way out of the fucking room. And yeah, so psychology does play a role. I mean, we can't escape the fact that we have a bunch of fucked up wheels turning around in here, and we're trying to do the intellectual thing with that kind of wheel noise going on. But the gray text fuckers go way too far. It is possible to keep the intelligence clean, and to keep it focused, and to keep it aware of the fact that it's inside a lunatic. I mean, the intelligence can know it's inside a crazy person, and it can say, I'm inside a crazy person, I ain't gonna let that crazy get on me. I mean, you can do it. So anyway, now it's a guaranteed two-parter, I would think, because, fuck, I just wasted another 2 fucking minutes talking about leaving, ending the video. 2 minutes on ending a video. Yeah, so I do have a psychology, there's no doubt about it. No point. And people make this argument all the time. Oh, well, you're proving that you're a subjectivist because you're all yelly and screaming and hollering. And they just don't get it. I mean, yes, I'm a human person. I am a person. I'm not a Terminator. I'm a person. And I have a personality. Okay, I have a bunch of bullshit inside my head. But ideas, the words, the logic, there's absolutely no reason to connect those two things at all. And why all you people insist on connecting them? I mean, if I'm doing an equation in my head and it's 1 + 2 = 3, it doesn't, there's nothing, my personality doesn't have to get involved. And I can explain 1 + 2 = 3, and whether I yell at 1 + 1 = 2 + 3 = 2 is 4, even if I'm yelling it doesn't matter. It's still the same fucking shit that was in my head that I'm just explaining to you through my personality. So yes, my personality gets on it as it's coming out of my mouth, but my personality isn't the substance of what I'm spoking. Spoking? Well, okay, there's evidence that my personality did influence that a little bit and threw spoking on there instead of speaking. but most of the influence is negligible. That's my contention. I'm going to live with it. So anyway, till yeah, till in like 15 minutes. I still got to upload part 2 of the last video I did. So shit, there's videos all over the place.